Yo people, what's going on, man? Oh, I didn't even want to do this video, you know. As you can probably tell by the state of my YouTube channel in recent weeks and months, I haven't really been uploading. I mean, the mood and the desire to make content about Manchester United hasn't really been there. Obviously, I do my bit for Stretford Paddock, I do my bit on the club, and the overlap and here and there, my channel kind of gets left behind because I get home or I get a few hours to myself and I think, can't be asked to make another video about Manchester United losing or just disappointing all of us. It's quite depressing, to be honest. I was one of them kids that just shut the curtains and go to sleep. I ain't going to stick around chatting about Man United losing the game, but I think the manager's lost more than half his Premier League games as Man United manager. We haven't been able to win back-to-back games. This is a manager that I've supported massively. I still support. I mean, whoever's in the Man United dugout, whoever's wearing a Man United shirt, I'm going to support and want them to do well. But I'm finding the reasons to kind of have hope and back this manager are just fading away very, very quickly. I mean, you know, last season you could kind of write, or at least I did, I kind of wrote it all off as the season's done. When Ten Hag left, we were in a state, you know, we went into that period of time where we know we needed to make a lot of changes at Manchester United. We needed to get rid of a lot of players. Some of the players weren't good enough. And you could feel the way the season was going to end. It was difficult. You know, I mean, we shouldn't have finished 15th, but it was difficult for kind of anyone to make anything of that because, you know, the season was just dead. And you could feel it and you could see that the squad kind of, some of them knew they weren't going to be there and stuff. But this season, I've had high hopes for. I genuinely thought the summer went well. I thought, you know, the squad building, although not as quickly as we probably would have wanted it and dreamt of it happening, but it did happen. And United did make some improvements to the squad. You look at the signings that we've made. Sesko getting his goal today, I thought in the first half he looked lively. And that's not just because he scored either. I thought he did some good things elsewhere in the pitch. And Mbeumo, I don't think he had his best game for United today. It's probably his worst, but I think Mbeumo has been a positive since joining. Cunha's been a positive since joining. So I thought the business we did in the summer was quite good. The goalkeeper we bought, we've not really been able to see. And that's another thing you look at, you go, how the fuck's this guy starting every week in goal? What's going on there? Like, how is... Look, all due respect to him, yeah. But arguably he's not even a good enough second keeper. He's definitely not first choice keeper. He's making mistakes on a regular basis. Now some people will say he made some very good saves today. And you know what? He did. Although, if you look back at those saves, which he had to do, you know, in full game speed, they're good saves, alright. But if those shots go in from where he is in the goal, we all go, he has to save that. So I'm not taking it like, oh, you know, it could have been 5-0 without outside by India, because on another note, the other goals probably don't go in without outside by India helping them. And I just find it bizarre that the manager keeps persisting with him. Now, it could be the case that, look, he's not certain on Lemon. You know, I've not seen how Sen Leman's got on in training or anything, so I can't, you know, speak about how he's doing in there. And he probably feels if he drops by India now, he loses him mentally. Although some would argue he'd already done that. And then you're relying on a young goalkeeper who's just come into the club in saving you. I can kind of understand why he may do it, but then you can't allow a goalkeeper to make mistake after mistake. And if you're not sure about Sen, put Tom Heaton in there, because he's better. I don't care how old Tom Heaton is. He's better than this fella because he's not good enough. And look, you can look around at most of our games here and go, you know what? The keeper's absolutely done us in here. Even the Grimsby game with Onana, chucked 2 in the net. Like, you could look at a lot of the Arsenal game, City game, what other games? You know, every game you look at, our goalkeepers have cost us. And they're costing us. And he still persists with him. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Some say doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. I think that's how the saying goes. But You could say that with the goalkeeper situation. You could say that with the midfield situation. And you could say that with the whole formation. Is it the formation? You look at Oliver Glasner, it's not the formation. The formation works. So is it the system in which is asking that formation to play in? Like, you know, when you have certain triggers and certain, you know, a defender drops into mid or whatever that those triggers are for certain players, or the way we're building up play, the manner in which we're building up play, etc. Yeah, it's not working. So do you want the job or not? Do you want it or not? Because right now, this system is losing you games on a regular basis, on a more often than not basis. We can't get back-to-back results. That tells me this system is unsustainable in the Premier League, at least with this team that you've got. So change it. Do you want the job or not? All the great managers evolve, change, adapt. You know, move on. Like if they have to, oh my God, this has happened. Pep Guardiola at the moment this isn't a dig at him, by the way. He's having to change the way he played when he first arrived in the Premier League because the league has changed. And so many teams. Pep went route one against us because he clocked it. Beat the press, they're wide open. Wide open. Just kept lumping it long. Everyone knows how to play against Manchester United at the moment. And it's depressing. And you would have thought we'd use that Chelsea game. Get the manager today talking about confidence after the game. The players didn't have the confidence. Look, players have to take personal responsibility. But also, brother, the manager is responsible in some part to how confident his team is. How confident are they in the system? How confident are they in the setup? How confident are they with what you're asking them to do? If they're not confident, please look within. Because you're going to get sacked soon, bro. I don't know whether it's going to be in a game, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. We're sleepwalking to nothing. Do you want this job or not? Because you're going to have to change. I don't get it, man. We keep doing the same things and expecting something different. And all right, today, yeah, Maguire made a mistake. He tried to play offside. Ill-timed. They get in. All right, individual error. There was a combination of individual errors for their second goal. I think Maguire played them on. De Ligt got involved. He kind of lost his bearings. The low was lacking. The keeper messed up. There was a comedy of errors. Errors all over the gaff. Well, I don't even know what my point was anymore. But it's just so depressing to watch, man. My point was there. You can look at individual errors being the problem for why we've conceded, yeah. But at the same time, like, it's every week. And we're not utilising our players to the best of their ability. Why is Kobbie Mainoo on the bench? This isn't no player FC shit. And I don't believe some people are trying to turn against Kobbie Mainoo. Yous lot are nuts. How is this boy not starting for Manchester United? And if it's a competition with Bruno's been fantastic since he walked through the door. But if it's a competition with... He's not had a good season this season. If it's a competition with Bruno, when Bruno's not playing well, or he's having a bad game, you've got to change him or not start. You've got to do something, because otherwise it's not a competition. You're just picking your favourite every time. What does that do to Kobbie mentally when he's going, no matter what Bruno does, he's starting, so what's the point? How is he not in this team? I don't get it. I don't get it. We're just sleepwalking into nothing right now. Season's over. And that's not being melodramatic either. That's like, bro, we're out of the League Cup. We got the FA Cup to fight for. This club is supposed to be a club that's fighting for trophies. All right, we're not going to win the league this season, maybe. You could come into the season thinking that. But you know what? How about have a fucking good goal? How about win a couple of games back to back? How about have the desires to be up the... What are we doing right now? I don't get it, man. It's baffling. It's baffling. You know what's... I want this manager to turn around. I don't think he is going to turn it around. And one of the things I do think, I heard Jay say today actually, there's more evidence for those that are criticising the manager than there is for those that have hope in him. Because what are you clinging on to? He's charismatic, speaks well, handles himself well. But the results haven't been good enough. I like him, but the results haven't been good enough. And this isn't a get rid of a manager kind of cycle that people, oh yeah, you can't just keep getting rid of managers. We're in relegation form. So the manager has to change something or be changed. Do you want this job? You've got to start acting like it. You've got to start acting like it. Even the greatest managers have adapted. And it feels like at the moment, because people are saying Kobbie Mainoo should start, he's not starting Kobbie Mainoo. Because he's trying to prove, oh, I can win games without Kobbie Mainoo. I can win games without Ty Bayinde. Not sure you can, bruv. How are we already here? What's the date? 27th of September. Oh my God. I'll try to keep making videos on this channel, but I can't lie. Subscribe, find out if I do, but I can't lie. The way I feel, I hate talking about this shit. It's just so depressing. What's happened to this club, man? Anyway, see you in a bit.